Another clip, another set of missions, most if not all of which are probably going to be forgettable. Rescue, huh? Okay, so we're rescuing a bunch of civilians that have been taken prisoner. I suppose that's a nice change of pace. Not that we're likely to actually approach this mission any differently than usual, but still.
何者かにさらわれてしまった。日程の調べにより、さらわれた娘たちは造り酒屋に監禁されていることが分かった。死亡者には裁きを下さねばならない。だが、まずは娘たちを救出することが肝要である。
Well, that's rather self-explanatory. People are taken prisoner, we want to save them, go find them. In a way, that's more meaningful than just grabbing documents, but it's still going to end up feeling like a forgettable nothing mission. Feels a bit iffy for me to go indoors this early in the mission, but to be fair, we started things off in a different spot than usual for this familiar map. Not a great way to change things up, but I suppose we take what we get. Definitely not the best place to hide, but it's not like we're gonna get a lot of other options here. Are you kidding me? This should have been one of the first places they looked. Good God, that was just embarrassing for the poor bastards. Wait, why is that guy suddenly able to smell us when they were within spitting distance and didn't even notice us less than... Ugh. I swear the enemies in this game are pretty inconsistent. But still, we've gotten things done pretty well around here, adjusting to the enemy's stupidity as the game goes on. I feel like we should have been able to get a stealth kill on that one there. Again? Are you kidding me? We're right there. There's nothing stopping him from finding us by walking forward just a few inches. Yeah. Really hard to have any respect for the enemy at this point. We've gotten used to the game mechanics around here. We've gotten more capable than we were at the start to lower their chances even more. And they have not improved in any way. Definitely deserve to be seen there. Just how many times have I said that in this game so far? And how many more times will I say it? Definitely feels like some of these guys have slower reaction times than the others. And I just can't tell what the window is, despite how many times we've faced these guys. Really? There's people left that we need to evade. Haven't we killed everyone in this section of the place? No surprise it's another Ninja 5 there, especially with the way the enemy acted in that mission. Ah, well, on to the next mission. Again, no real skills available that feel interesting in any way, mostly because we deal with things from the shadows so much that giving us better ways to handle the enemy in a direct fight feels kind of pointless. We don't want to get into a direct fight. That's the entire thing of this entire series. We're a ninja. Specifically, a pre-Naruto version of ninja. Unless absolutely forced into a direct confrontation, we don't want to have anything to do with it. So why should we bother with more awesome ways to take the enemy on face to face when we're trying to shove our swords up their ass when they aren't looking? Kind of like the horns on our head for some reason. Not too sure why. Anyway, that's enough of the cosmetic stuff for now. Back to the next mission. Right. Secret techniques, huh? I don't think we've been doing anything especially amazing in terms of our missions, but to be fair, we are fighting against a bunch of idiots. I would not be surprised if a book meant to be read by beginners who don't know much at this point would be a boon to anyone wanting to deal with the Azuma Ninja.
国境付近の里に隠されていることが分かった。これが他国の手に渡ると、ゴーダの危機はより一層現実のものとなろう。急ぎ里へと向かい、秘伝書を奪還しなければならない。
Can you please tell me just what kind of teachings are in that scroll so we know just how important this might be? It could be anything from the bare-bones basics of this is how you use a grappling hook to some complicated stuff we don't know to do something that has nothing to do with the kinds of jobs we've been given. For all I know, it's the first draft of Jiraiya's first published book. Ah, well, I suppose it's not our place to question why we're doing what we're doing. So I went from stealthily killing two guys back to back in a hurry to just exposing myself in a hurry to some random guy because I got a little impatient. I most definitely do not have a great attitude for someone trying to be one with the night and all that. Right. Apparently we've got some civilians to avoid at this point. It's been a while since we've had that kind of mobile obstacle that we couldn't kill. Huh. Hardly noticed that guy. If this was a place with some massive mushrooms, so I might not have registered that he was there in the first place. Not as swift a kill as I was hoping, but hey, a kill's a kill. And there's what we came for. We may not have completely cleared the area of hostiles, but we're certainly doing a good job of making going against the Goda clan feel pretty hazardous for our various enemies. Right. And some more clothes shopping, because what else are we going to burn this money on? It's not like we need to worry about having enough for rent, food, or medical treatments in this game. I don't think assassination counts as exposing someone. Okay, someone leaking information to a hostile clan. That's a good way to earn a dagger to the throat, but we're not trying to make it more public than she's pulling this kind of crap, which is what the word expose implies. We're just completely ending this woman. So, maybe a translation issue there? How many times have we attacked this place anyway? And just how long until we start getting some fresh places to deploy to in this game? Seriously, this is the 26th time we've left our little home base to be a bringer of death. According to my raw footage, which might be wrong, overall we do things 52 times. This is technically the halfway point. Shouldn't things be amping up somehow instead of just feeling like the same old stuff over and over again? I'm not really getting too much of a sense of a difficulty curve as we keep going forward further and further into the game. And you'd certainly think things would amp up after we got stronger beating Shiggy. I'm not even actually sure I remembered his name right there. Sure, he's a major character for the story, for whatever that's worth, but we can go several clips without any progress in the main story. And I somehow doubt we're going to see much, if any, character evolution over the course of the game. Yeah, this mission is just feeling quite a bit like the vast majority of the ones we've gone through already, and that probably has more to do with me approaching many of the different mission types the same way over and over again than the game designers not doing enough to alter the formula. Still, we're pretty well encouraged to assassinate people in every mission, even the ones where we're supposed to just scout someone and avoid being detected by the main guy. If we're getting rewarded for slaughtering people left and right, why stop? Is it funny or stupid that I feel safer rolling on these roofs than running on them? Seriously, our footsteps are something the enemy can hear, but us rolling around, they somehow never notice. Eventually we'll gain an upgrade that lets our footsteps land silently, but I don't remember when the game gives you that sort of thing. Huh. Didn't even see the second guy in there until we were killing him. Oddly disappointed that the one guy we've tried to fight directly in quite a while decided to run away as he was losing. But then we've run away from a number of fights that we could have won directly anyway. Right. That's another job done. One more mission and I'll call it the end of the clip. Right. Once more to the store, even if we don't have much of a money stockpile right now. Well, it's been a while since we've been to the castle. I suppose that's different. If you're a vassal of the Goda clan, you've got to know that they use ninjas rather liberally, so I'd kinda like to know how the enemy managed to convince this guy to betray us and sign his own death warrant here. But again, we're never really told everything about our targets in this game. We're just told to eliminate this person or grab that item, and they leave the rest to us. Again, what is with this game constantly zooming in on the various faces when they've never bothered to animate their mouths in any way? Well, that's not the best way to start things off here. A ninja running straight through a set of bells just to get the first kill of a random guard. Ugh, too bad we're still gonna get Ninja 5, the highest possible rating when this mission is done. Again, it feels like we get that rank way too easy around here, considering how the score system works. And that takes care of another batch of samurai. Kind of wish I could feel any form of tension as we're going through this mission. But unfortunately, it's just the same old to me at this point of the game. Hard to tell which of the two here saw us. You kind of have to guess which hostile might have noticed you when the yellow exclamation mark shows up. Though considering how we've been slaughtering the enemies in this game, that's not much of an issue. Out of curiosity's sake, I checked how many missions overall there are in Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, where you play as 3 different characters. That entire game, considered the best in the series, only has 26 missions. That is the second most missions in a single game for the entire series, with this one at 51. Really making me wonder what they were thinking with this title, since we're only playing as the one character for the entire thing. Again, I decided to LP this game ahead of the others, partly due to how it feels easier for me to complete without cheats, and partly because the story doesn't really have all that many major connections with the previous games. Still, it's pretty easy for me to see how this game could be a very bad first introduction of the series for newcomers and might drive away the veterans. I may have seen worse games that still manage to get sequels or reboots, but considering some of the major hits of this console generation, yeah, this is very forgettable. Right, of course that guy sat down just as we showed up. How the hell did he not notice us getting in? Was he drunk just before we snapped his neck, or was there some other explanation there?